Gentlemen, if you are over 60 and waking up 2, 3, even 5 times a night to urinate, if your stream feels weaker, if you stand in the bathroom waiting, pushing, and still feel like your bladder is not completely empty, then I want you to listen carefully, because your prostate may be sending you a message. And the surprising part is this: one of the simplest foods that may support your prostate is not hidden in a pharmacy. It may already be sitting in your kitchen. I'm Melissa Carter, a medical researcher focused on men's health, aging, hormones, urinary function, prostate wellness, and intimate vitality. And today I'm going to show you 5 nuts and seeds that men over 60 should know about. But stay with me because one of them stands above the rest. It contains nutrients connected to urinary comfort, inflammation balance, hormone metabolism, and prostate support. And most men walk past it in the grocery store without realizing why it matters. Now let me be clear. No nut can magically shrink your prostate overnight. No food replaces your doctor. And if you have serious urinary symptoms, blood in the urine, pain, fever, or sudden inability to urinate, you need medical care. But the right foods can support the systems your prostate depends on: blood flow, inflammation control, hormone balance, cellular protection, and urinary comfort. Before we begin, subscribe for honest men's health conversations most people are too embarrassed to have. And tell me in the comments, where are you watching from? Now let's start with the truth most men do not understand. The prostate is a small gland that sits below the bladder and surrounds the urethra, the tube that carries urine out of the body. When the prostate enlarges with age, it can press on that tube. That pressure can lead to weak urine flow, urgency, dribbling, nighttime bathroom trips, a feeling of incomplete emptying, and poor sleep. This condition is commonly called benign prostatic hyperplasia, or BPH. Benign means it is not cancer, but that does not mean it is harmless. Because when you wake up all night to urinate, your whole life changes. Your energy drops. Your mood changes. Your focus gets worse. Your confidence suffers. And intimacy may feel harder because you are exhausted. So prostate health is not just a bathroom issue. It is a quality of life issue, and that brings us to the first food on the list. Number 5, pistachios. Pistachios may look like a simple snack, but they contain several nutrients that matter for men's health. They provide antioxidants, plant sterols, fiber, healthy fats, potassium, and an amino acid called arginine. Why does that matter? Because arginine helps the body make nitric oxide. Nitric oxide supports blood vessel relaxation and healthy circulation. And circulation matters for the pelvic region, urinary function, energy, and intimate health. Now, pistachios will not cure an enlarged prostate, but they may support healthier blood flow and inflammation balance as part of a better diet. They can also help with appetite control because they contain fiber and healthy fats. That matters because excess belly fat is strongly connected to worse urinary symptoms and metabolic stress. How should you use them? Choose plain, unsalted pistachios. Avoid honey-roasted, salted, or heavily flavored versions. A small handful is enough. And here's the key: do not eat them mindlessly from a large bag. Portion them, because even healthy nuts can become a problem when calories get out of control. Now, pistachios support circulation, but the next nut works more like an antioxidant shield. Number 4, almonds. Almonds are one of the most practical nuts for men over 60. They contain vitamin E, magnesium, fiber, and monounsaturated fats. Vitamin E helps support antioxidant defenses. Magnesium supports muscle and nerve function. Fiber helps metabolic health. And healthy fats support heart and hormone balance. Why does that matter for the prostate? Because the prostate does not exist separately from the rest of the body. If your blood sugar is high, your belly fat is increasing, your inflammation is elevated, and your sleep is poor, your urinary symptoms may feel worse. Almonds may help support the bigger picture: metabolism, heart health, inflammation balance, and urinary comfort. There is also another interesting connection. Almonds contain fiber and plant compounds that support gut health. And gut health matters because the gut plays a role in inflammation, hormone processing, and immune balance. So when you support the gut, you may also support a healthier internal environment for the prostate. How should you use almonds? About 1 small handful per day. Choose raw or dry roasted, unsalted almonds. If digestion is difficult, soak them overnight. Avoid sugar-coated almonds. Those are not prostate support. That is dessert. Now, almonds are a strong daily habit, but the next nut is richer, heavier, and often misunderstood. Number 3, pecans. Most men think of pecans only as something inside a pie, but plain pecans are very different. Pecans contain healthy unsaturated fats, antioxidants, magnesium, zinc, and plant sterols. Plant sterols are important because some, including beta-sitosterol, are often discussed in relation to urinary symptoms in men with BPH. Beta-sitosterol may help support urinary flow and reduce the feeling of incomplete emptying in some men. Again, this does not mean pecans cure prostate enlargement, but they can be part of a prostate-supportive eating pattern. The problem is how people usually eat them: with sugar, syrup, pie crust, salt, or in huge portions. That is not the version we are talking about. We are talking about plain pecans, raw or lightly roasted, unsalted, small portion, stored in the refrigerator or freezer to protect the oils. And this is important. Pecans are calorie-dense, so treat them like medicine from nature: small, consistent, and intentional. Now the next nut is one of the most powerful on the list, but it comes with a warning. Number 2, Brazil nuts. Brazil nuts contain selenium, and selenium is a mineral involved in antioxidant defense, immune function, thyroid health, and cellular protection. For the prostate, antioxidant defense matters because oxidative stress and chronic low-grade inflammation can affect aging tissues. Aging, poor sleep, smoking, alcohol, excess sugar, belly fat, and metabolic problems can all increase oxidative stress. Selenium helps support the body's internal defense system. But here is where men make a mistake. They hear something is healthy and they eat too much. With Brazil nuts, that can backfire. Brazil nuts are extremely rich in selenium. For many men, 1 or 2 Brazil nuts per day is enough. Not a handful, not 10, not a full bowl. Too much selenium can cause problems, including digestive upset, fatigue, hair changes, nail changes, and other symptoms. So use Brazil nuts carefully. 1 or 2 per day, that is the rule. Now, Brazil nuts may help support cellular defense, but the number 1 choice for prostate support is the one many men ignore completely. Number 1, pumpkin seeds. Yes, pumpkin seeds. Small, simple, easy to find. But for men over 60, pumpkin seeds may be one of the most useful daily foods for prostate support. Why? First, they contain zinc. The prostate contains high levels of zinc, and zinc plays a role in normal prostate function, immune balance, hormone metabolism, and cellular health. Second, pumpkin seeds contain plant sterols, including beta-sitosterol. Beta-sitosterol is often discussed for supporting urinary flow and comfort in men with BPH symptoms. Third, pumpkin seeds contain magnesium and healthy fats, which support muscle function, nerve function, and overall metabolic health. And here is why this matters. When a man is waking up at night, dealing with urgency, weak stream, or incomplete emptying, he often focuses only on the prostate size. But symptoms are also influenced by inflammation, bladder sensitivity, muscle tension, blood flow, and metabolic health. Pumpkin seeds support several of those systems at once. That is why they are my number 1 choice on this list. How should you use them? Choose raw, unsalted pumpkin seeds. Start with one small handful per day, about 1 ounce. Eat them in the morning with breakfast or as an afternoon snack. You can add them to yogurt, oatmeal, salads, soups, or eat them plain. Some men prefer soaking them overnight for easier digestion, but avoid heavily salted, sweetened, roasted, or flavored versions. Those can work against your health goals. Now let's make this practical. If you want to start tomorrow, do not eat all 5 in large amounts. That is too many calories. Instead, start with a simple 2-part routine. First, pumpkin seeds daily. Second, 1 Brazil nut daily. Then rotate almonds, pistachios, or pecans through the week. Keep portions small, stay consistent, and track your symptoms. Write down how many times you wake up at night, whether your stream feels stronger or weaker, whether urgency improves, whether dribbling changes, whether sleep improves, because if you do not track it, you may miss gradual progress. Now, here is the rehook many men need to hear. Food helps most when you stop doing the things that inflame the prostate and irritate the bladder. So if you eat pumpkin seeds but drink alcohol every night, sit all day, eat late sugar, drink too much fluid before bed, and never exercise, your results may be disappointing. The prostate needs a full lifestyle signal, so combine these foods with a daily walk, enough water earlier in the day, less fluid close to bedtime, less alcohol, less late-night sugar, better sleep, and regular medical checkups. Now, very important, do not try to treat serious prostate symptoms with nuts alone. See a doctor if you have blood in urine, pain when urinating, fever or chills, sudden inability to urinate, severe pelvic pain, repeated urinary infections, unexplained weight loss, rapidly worsening symptoms, or a PSA result your doctor is concerned about. Nutrition is support. It is not a replacement for evaluation. Now let me speak directly to the man watching this at night because he just came back from the bathroom again. I know how frustrating it feels. To sleep for 1 hour, wake up, go to the bathroom, return to bed, and then lie there wondering if this is your life now. I know how embarrassing it can feel to plan your day around bathrooms. I know how easy it is to tell yourself, this is just aging. But you do not have to ignore it, and you do not have to panic. You can start supporting your body today. Small choices matter. A handful of pumpkin seeds will not change everything overnight. But a consistent routine that supports inflammation balance, blood flow, urinary comfort, sleep, and metabolic health can change the direction of your prostate health. So here is the big lesson. The number 1 seed I would start with is pumpkin seeds. Then add Brazil nuts carefully. Then rotate almonds, pistachios, and pecans. Keep them raw or lightly roasted. Keep them unsalted. Keep portions small. And stay consistent. This is Melissa Carter. If this video helped you understand prostate health in a new way, subscribe for more honest men's health conversations. And tell me in the comments, which one will you start with first? Pumpkin seeds, Brazil nuts, almonds, pistachios, or pecans? Because your prostate does not need panic. It needs attention. And sometimes one small daily habit is the first step toward better sleep, better comfort, and better confidence after 60.